Hello there, my name is Jon Stibbs and I'm a senior pricing reporter covering the manganese ore, chrome and graphite markets. Today we'll be exploring the impact of the ramping up of manganese ore stocks in China since restrictions were lifted on production and the dampening impact of this material on prices. Like everything else, COVID-19 has had a huge effect on the manganese ore market. Back in March, South Africa, the biggest producer of 37% ore, implemented a tight lockdown of restrictions on its mining sector. In response, the manganese ore prices in China on a CIF basis soared as consumers feared supply restrictions and exports dried up out of South Africa. This price situation reversed and normalised quickly when South Africa began to ease its restrictions from May the 1st. Producers ramped up exports. 37% CIF prices quickly slipped to below their pre-COVID restrictions levels. But over the past couple of months, economic activity in much of the world has struggled amid the coronavirus and the summer lull, while China has recovered strongly. As a result, China's become the dominant buyer's market for manganese ore exporters. And as manganese ore production has ramped up again, exports to China have also risen. These increased flows to China have resulted in stocks accumulating at the country's ports. Inventories in Tianjin and Qinzhou have piled up from an 8-month low of nearly 3.8 million tonnes at the start of June to soar to more than 5.5 million at the end of August. This volume represents approximately 3 months of consumption within China. And the large quantities of seaborne material yet to arrive in China mean stocks are set to continue to grow further. Producers are still making profit, so that there's no incentive for them to cut their production. Ready access to large volumes of material, however, can be expected to subdue ore prices and dampen the seaborne market. Now, it may be that the Chinese market is insuring itself from another supply shock from South Africa by building up its inventories, and it could be this is driving the buying rather than expecting to meet the more traditional demand from the alloy sector under the usual supply and demand fundamentals. But certainly, without a change to the current dynamics, China's growing manganese ore stocks can be expected to weigh on the market.
Thank you for watching. To learn more, attend our virtual event, International Ferroalloys, from November 9th through the 11th.